What's up guys, it's ProCusted here. I'm going to be doing a deck profile for my 5-fist control hands. Pretty much it combines the 5-fist monsters with the fire and ice hands to create a really fun deck. So yeah, I'm just going to go straight into it and show off my amazing version to it. So I'm just going to you play the 3 Brotherhood of the 5-fist Bear. Pretty much you send a 5 formation card and to pop a monster. It's really good to get around cards. 1 Gorilla to pop your spell and trap cards, your opponent's spell and trap cards, I should say. And your 1 Wolf Bark. The Wolf Bark will pretty much get back your Gorillas and Bears to make for those Xyz. These are all the cards of the 5-fist in the deck. Sorry. All the other cards will be like your fire and ice hands. And speaking of which, you play the 3 fire hands. Pretty much when this card is destroyed by your opponent, you can special summon out an ice hand, or you destroy your opponent's monster first, and then if you do, you can just special summon an ice hand, and then you have the 3 ice hands. When this card is destroyed by your opponent, you can destroy 1 spell trap card your opponent controls, and then you can special summon out fire hands. So pretty much, what the deck does is you use your ice hands to get your ice hands, and vice versa. And what you can do is it's not like once per turn, so you can just attack, gets destroyed. Pop something, special summon your fire hand, attack, gets destroyed, destroy monster, get out your ice hand, and use this like what was it, like a loop really, and you just get rid of all your opponent's like stuff. Like it's actually really good to clear your opponent's board. And so it is 4, 5 plus 6. So there's 11 monsters total, so it's a low monster count, but you have ways to get like monsters back into the deck, so it actually doesn't really matter. Yeah, and that's for the monsters. For the spells, play 1 Pot of Dichotomy. Pretty much there are 3 different types in the deck. If you do it right, you won't have any problem with this card. These cards will always be alive. You're always going to have like at least 3 different types in the graveyard. And yeah, you just put them back in the deck and set up your future plays. And you play the 3 upstarts to like thin your deck out a bit, get to like more cards faster, pretty much. 3 Pot of Dualies allows you get to like the right cards faster, and allows you to like thin out your deck for like more of your better cards. Then you play like 3 5 formation Tenki, searches out your Bears, Gorilla, and Wolfbark, and allows for those quick plays. And then you play the 1 Tensu, which allows you to use your hands with your 5-fist monsters, which is pretty good. Then you just standard 3 MST and 3 Forbidden Lance. The lance is there is just to make your hands more threatening. So if your opponent trying to attack them, trying to like get a premature pop off them, you just lance your opponent's monster dies, and you still have your hands so you can use them on your turn. Like so you can actually get around what you want to get around, not what your opponent wants you to get around. So it's actually really nice to sometimes protect your hands. And then the last spell is like 1 Dark Hole. Prefer this over Book of Moon. It's just so much easier to like clear your opponent's field, and you play like 11 traps, I'm pretty sure, so you're never gonna be like worried about like your opponent, like stopping your opponent during their plays and whatnot. Yep, so that is it for the spells. For the traps, I'm playing the 2 Black Horn of Heaven. This is actually my favorite card. It's so much better than like, I have no idea, but like this is actually my favorite card. I prefer this over Vanity Emptiness just because I don't own Emptiness for one, and just because like if you activate Emptiness, if your opponent can just space another card, so pretty much you just like lose 2 cards. But like if we use Blackhorn and just like horn their XE summon, it would just like stop your opponent and they won't like have much to like get around it, or like to like come back from that. Hopefully. Then you play 1 Compulse. Same reasons with like the Blackhorn. When your opponent makes an XC, you can just like compulse it, and hopefully your opponent can't make it again in the same turn. So yeah. And then for everything else, just play the 1 Warning, just really good. 1 Bottomless, 1 Torrential. Quick thing about the hands is like if you use Torrential or Dark Hole on your hands aren't going to get the effect because they need to be destroyed by your opponent to pop your opponent's stuff. So yeah, don't like Torrential or Dark Hole you field. 2 Deep Prisons. I prefer Deep Prisons over Mirror Force just because it gets over like round cards that can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. And defense is just so much easier to like banish your opponent's like main things. And for the three final last traps, I play 3 Phoenix Chains. It's really good to get like effect negations. It just like slows your opponent down so much. And if they try to like get out of it, you can just like go Black Horn if they use it for an XE and whatnot. So yeah, that's it for the traps. I'm pretty sure there's 11 traps total. For the extra deck, you can include more or less of certain cards. For example, you can include like 2x items, 2 1/1s, because this deck relies more on like hands. There is less reliance on the actual extra deck. So I have a pretty broad extra deck, to be fair. And I played 2 Tiger Kings, pretty much just like a skill drain. You get over your opponent's cards. It's really useful sometimes. 1 Cardinal. Use it to like tiramisu and just shuffle things back into your opponent's deck. And to your deck as well. 1 Kagasuchi, just because it's really strong. The 1 Emerald, pretty much. Emerald has the same effect as Pot of Dichotomy. And allows you to add your hands and 5+ monsters back into your deck, so you can just keep reusing them. So it's really good. It's like one of the main XE cards I would actually go into. You play the 101. Yes, I finally got a 101. It took me a while, but I got there. The 1 Exoton Knight, yeah, got that one as well. Yep, they are good cards. 1 Maestro. It's pretty similar to Kagasuchi, but Maestro does have that Book of Moon effect, which is useful. And because you have space in the deck, you might as well just run it as well. 1 Cowboy, 1 Black Ship, Crazy Box, because there are some of those skill drain decks. 1 Photon Popular Operative. You can run like 2 1/1s or double Excital Knights if you really wanted to, or Heartland Draco, but I do like Photon Operative still. It's still a fun card to make. 1 Diamond Die to get rid of those like random cards. 1 Ouroboros. This is a card that I would obviously cut it, but it's pretty good against Exodia actually, because you just discard the random card from your opponent's hand and just pray it's an Exodia piece and you win. And yeah, and the final card, the 1 Abyss Dweller that I don't own because it's pretty expensive actually. Anyway, so that was my deck. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Remember to post a comment in the description below and like this video if you enjoyed it. And thanks for watching. And once again, this is Pro Custard signing out.